Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to Heal with Sam. Today I want to share about what it's like for a parent who has an open CPS case. I thought that when a parent had an open CPS case, they received support, guidance, assistance from our nation's child welfare system. I didn't realize that children were removed from their parents and then the parents were left with no support. Parents, I know me, I was left feeling like it was me against the world and everyone was against me. There was no one whose job was to advocate for me or explain what was going on. I would have court hearings and I wouldn't even know the name of the hearing half the time. When you're a traumatized parent who has just had your child ripped away from you and you don't know where they are, how they're doing, you don't know what their daily schedule looks like, you are in a very traumatized state of being. And then when you go to court and the topic is your children, your family, the most personal thing in the world that could be discussed in court, your vision is hazy, your hearing stops working, you're unable to concentrate. It's hard to speak up, not that they allow you to, but you know, that feeling of like there's a frog in your throat, like it's very traumatizing for a parent in a dependency open judicial CPS case. And it's very suggested that parents have a support person to sit with them while they're in court to take notes. So a parent doesn't have this support or advocacy when dealing with CPS. This past week, I had a local mom reach out to me. She is escaping domestic violence, which has caused her to be homeless. CPS is involved. The abuser vindictively called the abuse hotline out of spite, just like in my story. And CPS is after her children. They're trying to blame everything on her and not offer her any support. She was asking me the right questions. She loves her children. She has a good head on her shoulders. And then she said to me, where in our county can she call for support and advocacy? And I had to tell her, nowhere. There is nobody. That help doesn't exist in our county. For mom in a different state who reached out to me 9 months ago, she finally had her baby over the weekend, and early this week CPS took her newborn from her based off her past history with CPS. No present danger, no current issues. The mom has changed her life and has stability, and like I said, there's no danger, but it didn't matter to CPS. They removed her baby from her, and at the hearing after she left the hospital, they still are keeping her baby from her. And so it's happening all across the country in pretty much every case. Unless a parent can afford it themselves, they will receive no assistance, no help, no support, and no advocacy. That is what removals look like for parents in this country. In the next video, I want to share with you what it feels like when you're a parent with an open CPS case. If you can relate, or if you're just interested, because it's an important topic. The children are the victims. This is a very important topic. I think it's the biggest crisis in America. But check out the next video, and if this relates, subscribe, like, and leave a comment. I want to build a community here for moms who have someone else raising their children. The reason is not important. What's important is that moms heal and find community and support. So I want to offer that. See you next time.